Hello guys, welcome back in my Let's Platinum Lightning Returns Final Fantasy XIII. So I did actually one change. I decided to leave the Midnight Mouth with her to protect the shell, Medigard and all that stuff. Actually, I am going to do, I think, one more. No, maybe I'll leave it like that. And I exchanged the Red Mage with Woodland Walker just because it has Aero Plus level 2. So, and I've put Imperil on it. That might become really useful as well. And I left the Mikito dress with her Magic Slash for some extra damage. I put Geld Strike. I was wondering maybe I could put it here, but then no, I think I leave it like that. Yeah, I'll leave it like, I think it should be okay. So we have just on those two, we have the Aero. And we have Imperil and we have the Protect Dishel level 2. I hope it'll be okay. I as well put Medigard on all of them, so when I'm blocking I will be getting back some energy. So the plan is to stagger with air-based attacks this boss, to stagger him twice, and after that just use Overclock and destroy him. That's basically the idea behind it. Alright, let's do it.
They want the Clavis as much as you do.
If we get this open, we'll be face to face with the Clavis at last.
And who knows what else. I wouldn't be letting your guard down just yet.
Like I need reminding. How long do you think I've been out here in the desert?
I'm picking up a huge energy source from within the Sacred Gate. It's just like Fang said, the Clavis lies before you. It's close. It may have further protections though.
We finally made it.
Yeah, we've gone and done it. No way to go but forward now.
What's wrong?
Okay.
So that's the Holy Clavis. The magic box that'll bring together all the souls of the dead. Damn, can you feel that? It's like some kind of force pushing down on my chest.
There's no question. That artifact is definitely emitting powerful energy. No human could have made this. Not without divine help. Either that or the gods themselves made it.
Hope, fill us in. What's happening?
It's the Seculars. They're close, and they're armed. I'm sorry. They must have been hiding in the chaos.
It's fine. Forget about it. Fang, it looks like Seculars have
Sorry
already...
about this, Vanille.
Fang! What are you doing? This is what you've been looking for.
I'm not letting anyone else have it. If Vanille uses this damn thing, she'll die.
What do you mean?
Damn this thing! It's a bloody curse! Yeah, purify the dead, put them to their eternal rest. All it'll take is the life of a saint. Vanille is dead set on going through with it. She'll martyr herself to the past and then... You bastards want to take it from me? No!
You have done an admirable job. The Sacred One will doubtless be pleased. Allow us to thank you on her behalf. Get the Holy Clavis!
You call her the Sacred One, but you're the ones who want her to die! That ceremony is not gonna happen!
Hear this, heathen! You insult the Order of Salvation, and in doing so, you blaspheme our Almighty God! God's judgment be upon you. May you repent with your death!
my dead body. It's so light, you want to lend me a hand?
You're asking now? Let's do it, Fang! Fang, get my back! Get back to where you belong. Let's dance.
I like the last hit on the magic slash, that's why I'm using it. That's it. Tactic for noobs, but works. Only 1000 gil. What happened? Where's my 10,000 gil?
They took the Clavis.
Bastards! Won't open. They must have sealed it. Damn it!
We're not getting through that way. The sooner you accept it, the better. What's the deal with the Clavis? What does it really do? Doesn't it ease the dead's suffering?
Oh, it eases it all right. See, they get Vanille to summon the souls from out of the chaos with the Clavis. Then destroy them. No more soul, no more suffering.
They're just gonna destroy them all? Does Vanille understand what she's doing?
She knows it, just like she knows it'll kill her. And she just goes on saying she's gotta do it. She says it's the only way to stop the cries she hears, the only way to save them.
And you didn't want to let her die like that. So you tried to get the Clavis yourself.
Yeah, that was the plan. I was looking for it all right, but not to give it to her, to keep it from her. I knew what would happen if the Order got it. Vanille would kill herself, for a lie! So I joined up the bandits here, and watched over the ruins, and as long as no one found it, I could leave well enough alone. Now you see why I came along with you? I had to make sure that the Savior wouldn't hand the Clavis over to the Order. I didn't even trust an old friend like you.
That's low. You even doubted your old pal Lightning, spying on her like she was gonna stab you in the back. But I guess it's not so different from the way I spied on you. I had to wait forever to tip those guys off.
You? You're the one who led the Secuitors to us?
Exactly, and without Hope even noticing a thing. Now the Order has their little Clavis and they're beating a trail back to Luxurion. I can't wait to see that ceremony, can you? All those useless souls purified forever in return for Vanille's life. Even the soul that was once Sarah, wiped away like it never existed.
When does the ceremony take place?
It'll happen on the last day of the world. When the final bells start to toll across the land, Vanille will face the Clavis and begin the soul song. Ha.
Fang, Vanille is going to die.
You never did mince words.
And I can't save her.
So, what's your point?
I save souls by granting them what they wish for. If Vanille wishes for death with all her heart, Then I have to let her have it. I have no choice.
You're saying you'd let her die?
Yes, if she doesn't change her mind. I can't do it for her. You are the only one who knows how she feels. The only one who can save her from her darkness. You always have been.
All right, all right. I get it. I get it, Vanille. You hear me? We're in this together, until the very end.
Alrighty, so we completed the Dead Dunes main quest. Should get a trophy. Oh, nice.
The magic that was sealing the door is fading away now. You could try to chase them, but the Clavis is halfway back to Luxarian now, safe in the Order's hands.
It's been real, Lightning. But now, it's time to go our separate ways.
Got it. Hey, next time I'm in the desert.
You won't see me. The gang's officially disbanded. I've got somewhere else I need to be.
Sounds like we have a date in Luxarian. Good luck, Fang. See you at the end of the world.
Okay,
They can't
Fang
complete
left.
such a complicated ceremony on any day they choose. It'll have to be on a specific day, the final day.
Okay, guys, so now what we need to do, we want to do some quests in Luxarion and Yusnan, and we need to do them before 7 p.m. But it's what, 3:30? So we're gonna save our, well, yeah, we're gonna save our EP and just go for the train.
I hope you can make everyone's wish.
What's here? Wow, we can finish some of them. Desert Rose, we have two. Let's complete it. Right, Skull, we only have 3, so I'm gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna leave that for now as well. Oh, we can complete that. Good, we did enough fights. Nice. What's that? Treasure of God, Pilgrim's Crooks. Pilgrim Crooks, do we wanna give them? Just 3, okay, why not? Okay. Lizard Tail, of course, we can give them. Helping Hand. I think that's a trophy for 25. Okay, we're gonna leave that for now as well. For 25 Covens of Prayers quests, so that's awesome.
Just so you know, the trains were running.
Don't forget to buy it.
So yeah, we're gonna go to Luxarion. And we need to talk with Armand, but you have to do it before 7 p.m. And then there is another quest in Yusnan that we need to do before 7 p.m. as well. So I think we have enough time, but oh, actually, I want to do one more thing. I want to come back to my previous setup. So what we want to do is give her the magician token, yes, and then red mage fighter's emblem. I think that's basically it. Whoa. Yes, okay. So fine.
I'm hungry.
The cathedral
Ooh.
was the centerpiece.
I'm starving.
Jump down. There'll be a bit more stuff to do in Yusnan than in here. In here we only need to talk with Arman to continue with the quest.
This is a nice place to live.
You mentioned you used to cover high-profile stories. I'm investigating a story for a friend. Do you know anything about a man named Ranulf?
Ranulf? Yes, I think I do. Yes, the poor man's wife and daughter were brutally murdered over some business dispute. Happened quite a while ago. He lost everyone he loved in the blink of an eye. What a tragedy.
That's some memory you have. This happened centuries ago.
My boss put me in charge of that story. It's one that's hard to forget.
That's lucky for us. Ranulf himself asked me to look into the case, so he can know the truth. Do you think you can help?
Actually, I think I might be able to do just that. I can hardly refuse any favors from you now, can I? Except, I wonder if you wouldn't mind doing something for me in exchange. Nothing too time-consuming.
You already owe me.
Just to hear me out, please. You're helping all kinds of people, aren't you? Would you keep doing that, but when you're done, come tell me their stories.
Just their stories? Are you sure that's all you want from me?
Yes, I want to write something that will inspire people and lift their spirits. What better subject than you?
Okay. I think we completed those two quests, so we can
I've
talk
done
with
what
him
you
again.
asked.
I knew you could do it. That's great news for everyone. You'll be an inspiration to my readers. This will make a fantastic article.
I'm not one to preach morality, but doesn't that violate some sort of reporter ethics? Writing stories that you helped create?
The job of a reporter is to follow the truth, and that's what I'm doing. But if we're being completely honest, the real reason I asked for that favor isn't for a story. My real purpose was to observe you and watch you in action.
What do you mean? Why me?
I know who you are now. You help people, and in doing so you save their souls. That's the duty you've been assigned by you-know-who upstairs. You are the savior, aren't you?
Huh. You knew who I was all along.
Let's just say I had a hunch. But don't worry. Your secret will be safe with me. I won't tell anyone. Oh, by the way, I looked into Ranulf's past. I found something that might be helpful. The case was cold for a long time, but it turns out they did find a suspect in the end.
So, was he arrested?
I don't know if this is good news or not, but the person in question appears to have passed away some time ago. Once the authorities saw the death certificate, they stopped the investigation.
You're right. I don't know if that's good or bad news. So who was the person behind this?
Some lowlife that was part of a criminal organization, specialized in petty crime. The Order had been on his trail for a while. But he was a wily little rat, managed to stay one step ahead. He went through aliases, but the one on the death certificate was Reddick.
Reddick? I met someone with the same name in the Warren. He said he'd been in hiding for a long time.
Could it be the same man? Is it possible he's still alive? But there was a death certificate and everything.
He mentioned that he was dead in the eyes of the law. And he also knew where Ranulf's journal was.
Do you think he managed to fake his own death by forging the document to escape the Order's scrutiny? I suppose that could be possible. Then it looks like the case has been solved. We found our man. I'll go through the records again, in case we missed something.
It was Reddick, the man in the Warren with no name. Are you gonna tell Ranulf about this?
If it really was Reddick, there's something I want to ask him first. Let's go to the Warren and see if he'll talk.
Well, we're gonna do that some other time. So we need to get to Yusnan before 7. Let's talk with Chocolina. Maybe we can finish something here. No, we're gonna leave that for now. Niblet Herbal 60. Wow, and 80. Wow. Let's leave the global ones.
Have you visited the wildlands?
Trains departing from
I did.
are express to Yusnan. Passengers wishing to travel to the wildlands
Go ahead and board the...
should board trains departing from the South Station.
Okay, it's definitely before 7. So we just need to speak with one guy here. He's only available before 7 to start the quest. The rest of the quest happens after 7, so that's fine.
All hail Lord Snow!
The real savior, actually. She promised.
You look
That's
really
the dude.
upset.
Yeah, bet you can't guess why.
Don't tell me. You were dumped.
No. I mean, yeah, I guess so, pretty much. We were supposed to go on a date. It was set. I made us a reservation at the Banquet of the Lord. Do you know how hard that was to get?
Being stood up is never fun.
Yeah. Now I've got to cancel it. I can't go alone. Unless, that is, you want to go? Then it wouldn't be a total waste, would it?
Wow, how could I say no?
I know. I'm not good at talking to women. I just wanted to sit and watch the fireworks together. My girl looking gorgeous in her best dress, the colorful lights reflected in her eyes.
The date, okay. Up at the Banquet of the Lord, put on midnight mouth, okay, and go to the restaurant between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. Okay.
Did you just get asked out on a date? You're not really going, are you?
Okay, we're just gonna switch to this set as default. We're gonna do it later, but
He wasn't serious.
Are you sure? He
That's
might have
after
been the
5.
Banquet of the Lord at a table for 2, waiting for you to show up.
That's really his problem, not mine. I'm not obligated to keep him company.
Jesus, show me the map. Where am I? Okay.
I heard about the incident. It's no... Welcome! A customer! This is so exciting! What can I get you?
Well, what do you serve?
Anything you want. How about the chef's special made from top quality recycled materials? Deep fried niblet hairballs.
Are you sure that's actually edible?
Oh yes, it definitely won't kill you, I can guarantee it. And since you're my first customer in days, no charge.
Okay.
Nothing ventured.
That's the spirit. Take the plunge, I say. Well, does it make your taste buds sing? Are you transported to culinary heaven?
This is...
Too tart? Too much salt, perhaps? I can brush it off if you like.
No, it's actually really good.
God, that is a relief. I mean, of course it's good. I knew you'd love it. I've been working on the recipe for weeks. Unfortunately, it's not very nutritious. People are more health conscious these days, which is ironic considering the times.
Nutritious or not, you'd think that more people would come back for this.
I think it must be me. I just don't have a head for business. No matter how hard I work, I just can't seem to attract more customers. I've been living on the brink of financial ruin for years now. My son got sick of it, so he left.
You've got the chops to be a good cook, though. Why don't you try to find yourself a partner? You know, someone you trust who has a better head for business.
Now that you mention it, I hear there's a famous food expert here in Yusnan. Apparently he specializes in turning around lost causes like mine. I'll bet... No, I know he could help me, but how do I find him? All I know is his name.
And what is it?
Gordon Gourmet. Despite his fame, he's hard to track down. If you do happen to run into him, could you tell him about CDs?
Okay. Okay. Let's do this.
Gordon Gourmet. I'll remember it.
You are far too kind. Thank you so much. I hope you find him soon.
Damn it. Okay. So we need to get to the banquet. Or is it here? Oh, I think it's here.
Tell me, are you the famous food expert?
Possibly. I do boast a certain renown in culinary circles. It cannot be denied. I see. CD's restaurant, you say? I do hate to see a good restaurant go undiscovered by the dining public.
So, will you help him out? I can take you right there.
Oh no. CD's restaurant? I'm afraid you will have to find someone else. I'm sorry.
I can't persuade you?
Impossible. This city is overflowing with restaurants crying out for the deft helping hand of Gordon Gourmet. I'm run ragged trying to keep up. And, well, you see... Right, my rule. I have an ironclad policy. I cannot help an establishment unless the owner approaches me directly.
You just made that up, didn't you? All right, can you do this for me? Just give me some advice now and I'll pass it along to the owner. You don't have to come to the restaurant at all.
That sounds reasonable. I mean, I'd hate to see a restaurant serving fried niblet hairballs go under. Except, if I give advice, I need to make sure that it is communicated accurately, with total precision. And that means my messenger has to understand the instructions perfectly.
Well, I guess that rules me out. I don't know the first thing about fine dining.
Oh, you don't have to be a top chef, or even a garde-manger. All you need is a discerning palate. Practically anyone can acquire one with a little training.
I'm not sure what you mean by a discerning palate, but I don't think I have one.
Trust me when I say it can be found. In fact, a tour of the best establishments of the Glutton's Quarters should do.
Okay. The 6 restaurants in the world are found in the Glutton Core. Eat all 6 establishments and report your findings. Okay. Okay.
Here at the banquet. Welcome.
Yes. It's no special, why not?
When offering a complete dining experience to discerning patrons, superb food and excellent drinks are not enough. One must always anticipate the needs of your patrons. I am constantly assessing the dining space from the viewpoint of my customers, the comfort, the decor. Our customers want more than just a meal. They come for the memories they can savor for years to come.
Okay.
That was useful information, but you still have more to learn. You should visit more restaurants in the Glutton's Quarter.
I'm trying to. Who is selling stuff here? This guy, Terrace Cafe.
We have a popular selection of sweets.
Yes. Fluffy Flan.
Our customers come here to put down their shopping bags and rest their weary feet. Our cakes and sweets are the perfect pick-me-up for just about everyone. We put a lot of love into our cakes, and that's what makes them so good. They're like treats for your palate and soul.
Okay.
Light, I'm glad you're enjoying all the food, but I hope all these rich meals don't slow you down.
Magical fireworks to get.
Don't forget all.
Welcome!
Hey!
Welcome!
Rinchari, okay.
From the elegant simplicity of straight spirits on the rocks to complex and fruity concoctions with little umbrellas, we serve all kinds of drinks. Cocktails can be served, chilled or warm, shaken or stirred. Everyone has their own preferences. We encourage customers to consult with our staff to create the perfect cocktail to accompany their evening.
Okay.
You're gonna be a real food connoisseur by the time this is over. You just have 3 more restaurants left to visit.
Step right up. Get the best meat and kebabs in Yusnan. Our meat is shipped directly from the wildlands. We use only natural ingredients, none of that synthetic stuff. Grilling and roasting are the best. The key is knowing how to seal in the juices and flavors. And we do that better than anyone else.
Okay. 2 more to go.
Every one of our fish is fresh caught and delicious. We get our seafood fresh every morning. Comes straight out of the ocean. Tastes great raw or grilled. A chef is even more important when preparing uncooked dishes. The way you slice a tuna makes all the difference in the world.
Okay.
Almost there, Light. You have 1 more restaurant left to visit.
Come enjoy the healthy fruits of the earth! Even kids who hate greens love my veggie dishes. Vitamins in vegetables are determined by their color. You want a wide variety for a well-balanced diet.
Well,
Okay.
you visited all the best restaurants. What do you say, Light? Do you feel like you've learned all there is to know?
Listening to scraps of advice from chefs won't make me an expert. Besides, most of what they told me was common sense, and they didn't tell me anything I hadn't heard before.
Maybe you should go back and talk to a real expert. Go to the Banquet of the Lord.
Well, how goes the culinary tour?
I did what you suggested. I visited the top restaurants in the neighborhood.
That is excellent news. So now let me give you the advice I promised. If CD's restaurant wants to turn its business around... wait, let me ask you something first. You've eaten at CD's and at the best establishments in Yusnan. Why don't you tell me what you think is the main difference between the two? I'd be interested to hear your opinion. In your own words, of course.
Why? Is this some kind of test?
Yes, exactly. Now tell me, what did all the successful restaurants have in common that poor old CD's lacks?
Let me see. Everyone I spoke to was helpful. They seemed honest and open. I don't think they were lying to me, but something seemed off.
Oh, would you care to elaborate?
Well, it almost felt like they were hiding something from the customers. But it wasn't as if they were deliberately lying or trying to deceive anyone. In fact, I don't think they realized it themselves. They thought they were telling me everything they knew. Yes, that's it. It was unconscious, like an instinct. They were hiding something, but they weren't doing it deliberately at all. I'd say the very best chefs, restaurant managers, and bartenders all share some kind of secret. It's like a special ingredient that makes their food stand out from the others.
What a wonderful deduction. You have hit the nail on the head. To think you discovered this answer only after visiting a few establishments. It is as you say. The best, most successful restaurants have a certain je ne sais quoi, a secret something that makes their offerings unique. And finding that something, that is what I do best. In other words, if the restaurant does not already have a special something, then I simply cannot help it.
Then what about CD's? Do you think you can help him?
I can tell you this, the chef there already knows his secret. The talent is there to make that restaurant a success. Unfortunately for him, the secret spice that gives his dishes flair is extremely rare. He cannot secure supplies, and that is why he struggles. Let me be specific. Once upon a time, CD's recipes all featured the spice commonly known as civet musk. But then supplies dried up and the restaurant fell into a long decline.
You seem to know a lot about CD's.
Well, a long time ago, let's just say we have a close history and leave it at that.
Fine by me. All I need to know is that if I can find this spice, the restaurant should start bringing in customers.
Yes, exactly. The problem is the spice is not easy to find. In fact, the only way to acquire it would be to defeat certain monsters. Such a shame. All for want of a single spice his restaurant is failing. He has the recipe for success. He just needs the final ingredient.
Okay. Schrödinger. Okay, we already have this.
So it turns.
Ha! I'd recognize that fragrance anywhere. You found civet musk. Thank you indeed. It's very kind what you're doing. CD's is lucky to have you on its side.
Why are you thanking me? If anyone should be grateful, it's me, and the owner of CD's, for all of your helpful advice.
Oh, quite so. When you put it that way, of course you're right. I just get caught up in a project and start thinking it's my own restaurant I'm saving. But back to business. Here, I developed this new and original recipe. I want you to take it back to CD's together with the civet musk you acquired. The owner will be waiting anxiously for you.
So, you still don't want to meet him yourself?
I'm afraid that won't happen. Not ever again. However, that doesn't stop me from wishing him and CD's the very best. Please tell him that whatever happens, I'll be praying for his success.
Okay.
Lightning, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Do you remember what the owner of CD's told us when we met?
You mean the story about his son that ran away from home when the restaurant started struggling? Great minds, Hope. We've both been thinking that maybe this son of his went on to become a famous food expert.
And that's why Gordon won't meet CD's owner. But he's still...
Gordon Gourmet created a new recipe for you. You should make it with this civet musk. Do that and you'll be able to save your restaurant. At least, that's what he said.
Why, thank you! This is wonderful! How can I ever repay you? This is incredible! Everything is here in black and white! A groundbreaking dish! I'd never have thought to do half the things in this recipe. The genius of Gordon Gourmet oozes from every word.
Notice anything else?
About the recipe? No, not particularly. It's well organized, written in a clear hand. Wait. This handwriting, it looks strangely familiar. Yes, I've seen it before. These swirls, these bold loops. Could it be?
I think so. It turns out Gordon Gourmet has a secret identity. He's your long-lost son.
He is? And you're sure it was him who created this wonderful recipe? But more importantly, he's in this town. Is he happy?
You have nothing to worry about. He's doing great. Except, I'm really sorry, but I don't think he wants to see you again. I can't tell you where he is.
But why? Yes, we quarreled when he left, but that was a long time ago. Is he still angry at me?
Do you have a message for him? I can make sure he gets it.
Well, how about this? I'm gonna make his dish just like the recipe lays out. Would you be so good as to deliver it to him? At the very least, I want him to try it. Truth be told, what I really want to tell him is to come back to CD's and work with me. Perhaps if he knew that I still haven't lost my touch. Would that be enough to entice him back? I don't know.
I don't think words alone will do it, but if he tries your dish and likes it, that might be enough for him.
Okay guys, this episode is long already, but I want to finish two of those quests we started.
Here, please, I want you to be the first to taste it.
All right. I'm feeling hungry anyway. Wow, this might be the most delicious thing I've ever had in my entire life. Really, it's incredible.
Why, thank you. Although all the credit must go to my son, it was his doing. Here, I've made enough for one more. I've asked you for many favors, but would you do this last thing for me?
Sure. I'll take it to Gordon Gourmet.
So like I said, both of those quests finish in the same spot. So we're gonna do it. It's almost after 7. We have our best dress on ourselves.
Here at the banquet of the Lord, we are...
Good evening. It's now 7 p.m. and the nightly festivities are in full swing.
Oh, do I smell what I think I smell? I do, don't I? That must be my recipe.
Yes, the owner at CD's insisted that I bring you a portion so you could taste it for yourself.
I see. Well, then...
We order you to enjoy yourself.
Oh yes, a perfect balance of fuzzy mutton and civet musk. The palate sings. It's a microcosm of culinary delight, a theme park of olfactory and gustatory attractions. And if you think that's hyperbole, I've only just begun. This is even better than I imagined. I always knew he was a skilled chef, but this...
So, why don't you go back there and help him out again in the kitchen?
Go back? What do you mean? I've never... Oh, all right. The cat's out of the bag. You've somehow figured it out. What my true identity is. Yes, I admit it. I am indeed the son of the owner of CD's restaurant. It was a long time ago, but one day we quarreled, and I left the shop vowing never to return. We fought over cooking, you see. But even after I left, I vowed that one day I would rebuild the restaurant. That's what started me on my journey to becoming Gordon Gourmet. Since then, I devoted every waking hour to learning about the culinary arts. After many years of study, I finally had an epiphany. I realized what CD's restaurant needed to regain its former glory.
You had a falling out because of the menu? But when your father saw your recipe, he was thrilled. All he could talk about was how he dreamed of you coming back. So the two of you could run the restaurant together, just like old times.
So he recognizes my ability. Oh, but it's too late. I can't go back now. The fact is, I abandoned him in the restaurant when times were tough. I'm ashamed of what I did. I can't face him again.
You mustn't feel that way, my son.
Father, how did you find me?
My apologies to the young lady, but I wanted to see you. I followed her after she left the shop. What do you say? Let's start over. You set out on your own, did things your own way, stayed true to yourself, working hard to achieve your dreams. And now look what you can do. The recipe that you created was amazing. I've never seen the likes of it before. What can I say except that I am proud of you?
But Father, I left you.
Not in my wildest dreams could I have conceived of such a dish. Indeed, if you had given it to me back then, I doubt I would have recognized its greatness. But worse, I wouldn't have believed you could be capable of such a thing. I always underestimated you, my son. For that, you have my sincere apologies.
It's all right. And for what it's worth, I'm sorry for abandoning you and the restaurant when you were struggling to keep it going.
Looks like you two have made up.
Yes. Now let's get to it, shall we? Together. We'll make CDs a success again!
Okay. That was a lot of chatting, but it's finished. Well, nice. I hit the strength.
That went well.
So let's quickly finish this quest, and we're gonna take a break.
You look absolutely beautiful. You're like an angel from heaven.
I heard this place serves a mean steak.
Yeah, it's delicious, all right. But first, let's watch the fireworks, okay? See? Aren't they amazing? You know, I really want to thank you for coming out with me.
How many times do I have to tell you? I'm just here for the steak.
Sure. We're just eating, right? My girl won't get mad at me for that.
Why do you still call her my girl? I thought she dumped you.
Actually, about that, I kind of embellished things. When you saw me looking so blue, it wasn't because I was dumped. See, well, the thing is, me and my girl were engaged to be married. But then she died. It happened so suddenly. I was in shock.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
But then you came along, and I invited you out, and you said yes. And you even showed up. I mean, I didn't think you would. You don't know me from Adam. My girl and I had been looking forward to this day for weeks and weeks. She loved the fireworks of Yusnan. She said seeing them made her forget about the end of the world. But then, all of a sudden, she was gone for good. I think she guided you here, so I could enjoy the fireworks for us both. It sounds crazy, but it could be true. Stranger things have happened.
Alrighty. Nice. Okay guys, so we are done for today. We have some side quests to do still this day, so we're gonna do them. There is quite a bit in Yusnan and some in Luxurion. So yeah, a lot of ahead of us still. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.